Ozzy. The kitty has arrived. And he not with us? Hopefully I'll get a few people and stop by and say hi. Oh, goodness, this hair. This hair. Hello to anybody joining maybe live or late. Oh, typically I'm on in Maya's chat room at this time from Black Cat Tarot reading on true crime, but she may be feeling under the weather today, and her hello everybody, and her husband had to go to the ER this week, so sending much love to Maya and her family. Oh, how wonderful. Hello, Tracy, Lindsay. Aw, thank you, Lindsay. um, and Nancy. Welcome, welcome, ladies. I know I need to get more of a structured schedule, and I plan on doing that, but right now it's kind of hard when you're in the process of trying to find a place and you're making a mess trying to box everything. So, how are you ladies today? How's your day been? We all survived the full moon. Any experiences anybody wants to share? I know me, myself, I tend to be more sensitive more than ever to the moon cycles, since especially, reconnecting with my cards and learning how to open up more and all that good stuff. So, and if you can be so kind, please hit like. I know you're all subscribed, and share if possible. I know it's nearly impossible for me because I've subscribed to so many people to be able to support them that there's just no way I can get to everybody every time they get on, so I do my best. Yeah, me too. Most definitely, Tracy. Lazy day. Lindsay, I got to see Kathy today. So it was a good day when you get to see Kathy. Kathy's my therapist, and I want to say therapist, my counselor, you know, gearing up to go grocery shopping. Woohoo, how fun. Yeah, people are just, it seems like every time I go out and then I'm like, boy, people are just nuts today. A year ago I said it couldn't get any worse. And yeah, where I live, they said here, hold my drink. So be careful out there. Potholes really bad. People are swerving all over the place, trying to avoid them, myself included. Yes, Miss Kathy, lovely Miss Kathy. It was so nice to see her. I wish I could see her more than once a week. I didn't get to see the moon because it's been raining, though we did have a nice high of 50, 52 yesterday. So, but now tonight we're supposed to get freezing rain again. And yet my neighbor, you know, says that there's no such thing as global warming, there's no climate change. This is normal, weather changes. And I'm like, face palm. Yeah, we had to do some grocery shopping today, and typically we try to save a few bucks and go to Walmart, but today was just one of those, ain't having it. So we went to a supermarket near us in Western New York called Tops, and oh, it was so nice and quiet. They charge a little more, but it's still nice and quiet. Yay. I know, Lindsay, but just think of all the beautiful greenery we'll have after all this rain and snow. In public, we have to be so careful about so many things. Yeah, it's become living on eggshells, you know? It's it's heartbreaking. You order online and pick them up. I've been wanting to do that too, Nancy. Um, I think there's a charge, at least for I think around the places near us. Correct me if I'm wrong, Lindsay, but yeah, trying to save every penny. But speaking of good money spent, check this out. I don't know if any of you have seen or heard of EQ. She's from Soul Sisters. Sisters, excuse me, stand myself corrected. Well, she's selling water bottles, and I got one, and I got the Soul Alignment one, and I just absolutely love this water bottle. I have like actually, and I've got like three or four of them that I've had, and I just get it's just I don't like the taste of them, and I went ahead and ordered this one, and I just even love this rose gold, this copper rose gold, and the crystals that she's got down there. There's rose quartz, amethyst, and regular quartz, and it just tastes better. I was talking to KD today, and even she said the water tastes better. And I agree. It could be because they're, sourced, the glass or whatever. It doesn't have on any of that, those coatings or anything on it. And I have been drinking a lot more water and less soda since I got this. I kid you not. So, my little public announcement for EQ on her water bottles. And they come in with that beautiful sleeve. And I mean, $36 just plus a couple extra bucks for shipping. And if you want, you can open this up and you can change out your crystals. I mean, it's amazing. Absolutely love it. What a wonderful product. That's one I can actually get behind is EQ's water bottle. Excellent quality. Yeah, Lindsay, a lot of it too is that I have to go see, my regular doctor. Um, just been having some issues, discomfort in the liver area, and it could very well be too much, carbonation, too much, with everything going on, especially during the winter and having to watch what we spend. We went from eating super healthy again to having to, buy whatever we could afford, which is usually not the good stuff. But since that, I've been just drinking more water. Tastes better. So lovely. Have quartz in center. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, quartz. What's great about quartz is that you can program quartz, just regular clear quartz, for anything. Um, just set your intention to that crystal, and say, listen, I need help with, let's say, I need to drink more water. I need to feel. I have to get healthy again. I need to feel more energized. Just kind of programming and talking to your crystal and saying, hey, I need help with this, work with me. And that's like the all two crystal, and apophyllite is good too for programming that I found. And if anybody has any others they like to recommend that can be self-programmed, I don't know if I like the term programmed, um, but I guess that's. I don't want to think of a better term. I probably will be when I'm done with this. I'm going to be sitting up going through the dictionary. Yes, it also does magnify other crystals. You're right, Tracy. Exactly. And what I love about apophyllite is that it's a clear crystalline stone as well. and it's a really good stone for energy work. And I find using apophyllite helps to energize other, you know, crystals that are placed around it as well. So that's another really good one, especially if you can find the apophyllite points. Those are really nice. And then set like other crystals around it, or even just in certain areas on your chakra spots are really good too. So I also wanted to share. I got a new pendulum, and I took out some of the extra beads because I wanted to put some different ones in there. But check this out. Isn't this beautiful? This is onyx, and this beautiful filigree with a clear quartz sphere on there. And um, there were like chakra stones on there, but I want to kind of to the point of where I can make it more of my own, personalize it for what I need. And I got this at Rising Goddess here in Tonawanda, New York, only about 20 minutes away. So if I can kind of get this up, and it's kind of hard with the light and the filigree, but it's a really beautiful. I mean, it's just, yeah, it's kind of the glare, but it's really lovely. And I got a chain for it so that I can wear it so it connects more with my energy. Vivian! Welcome, Vivian. Yes, isn't that beautiful, Tracy? Look at that. And I have several. And I was going to get a blue goldstone one, but this one kept saying, and it's very subtle, but I like it. It has, let me see if I can get over here. It's got a nice spin to it. For me, circles are yes, and my nose are back and forth. So absolutely beautiful. I find it's hard to read for myself with a pendulum because I sometimes think I influence. It's something I have to work on. I know a lot of diviner, people that do divination, pendulum, and cards find it sometimes hard to read for themselves because of that. So I need to practice more. But I love working with pendulums for other people because the answers are always, pretty darn accurate. So yeah, I just wish you could see more of a bit of a definition there. Just really lovely. And if you like these and you want to support local business, if you don't have someone similar to this in your town, Rising Goddess does, I believe, deliver this ship, not deliver, but ship. And this bad boy with the additional crystals I took out was, I think, 1895 because of the onyx. Some are a little lower depending on the crystal. They also have blue goldstone, which I was going to get, but they also have in the silver filigree attachment. They have rose quartz and amethyst as well. So if you really resonate with those stones and you love how this looks, give them a look up. Rising Goddess, Tonawanda, New York. Wonderful people, wonderful. Just the ladies are just wonderful. And I'll be reading there again this weekend on Saturdays when weather is good and permitting. I spend the day over there and I do walk in readings along with Bridget, and if any other reader comes in and wants to read for that day too. Canadian, no, that's. Oh, Tracy, are you one of my neighbors? I've met so many new Canadians through YouTube with tarot. It's just wow. I've met some really good artists, and I have met some amazing tarot readers. I know Andrea from Lilac is only about 2 hours from me, and I think Kelly is just a little bit more than. I mean, it's incredible how we're all connected. You are. Well, I have my great 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 grandmother um, was born in Quebec. So I do have French Canadian in my makeup. So whenever, anyone goes on with Canadians, I'm like, hey, leave my peoples alone. So, yeah, my great great grandfather came from France, but sometimes Ancestry.com just goes just so far back for certain family names, and that was the last I got was Pierre Dupuis. So my great grandmother was great grandma Anna Dupuis. So yes, I'm very proud of all of my heritages. Heritages. Heritage? Yeah, never mind. So, alrighty. Getting to the cards. Does anybody Southern Alberta? Okay, so you're more middle. So this is like Ontario here where I'm at, above us. And then I believe it's Alberta, then Saskatchewan, and then the Vancouver area. If I'm right, Tracy, there's the four provinces, right? There is actually a artist by the name of Melissa McKinnon. She is in Alberta, and she does beautiful abstract landscape paintings, just absolutely beautiful. If you can look her up, if you like that kind of painting, um, like that one there, that's actually one of my paintings. I love doing abstracts, so but yeah, she does these beautiful, thick acrylic and pastel paintings. Just absolutely beautiful. Melissa McKinnon, McKinnon. So, does anybody here have a question or would just like a card pulled? Just been itching to shuffle some cards today. And once we do have our new place and I get my little corner or wall set up, then I'm going to make a more consistent schedule. I'm right next to the BC border or Montana. Okay, gotcha. James C. Hi, James. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. James, how did you find out about my channel? How'd you come across it? Because I'm relatively new, so I'm curious. I'd love to hear. Okay, I saw Lindsay wouldn't mind. Lindsay, do you have a specific question or would you just like a few cards? Today I have two decks with me unless I go to need to feel the need to go pull another one. I have the Elemental Oracle by Stacy DeMarco, and I have the Enchanted Map Oracle cards by Colette Baron Reed. Nope, just whatever. Okay, well, welcome, James. Thank you for taking the time and stopping by. I like to jump on every now and then when I get the chance, because life's a little bit upheaval right now, so I can't really be um, consistent, and I like to be consistent with when I get on. So I would love an overall card for the day. Okay, so Lindsay, do you want just one card or would you like three? Or should you just let me go with the flow and see what we get? Just okay. Lindsay. Let's just see what we get. Okay. Oh, you're going to love the second card. This is awesome. Ooh. Okay. Very lovely. Go with the flow. And exactly that's what I'm going to do because the last card was water. So your first card, my dear, is inner core, solidity. So knowing you the way I do, I love how this card represents the inner core of our minds, connecting our minds and connecting our ourselves to our core center. Um, Let me just show you this a little bit closer. And then you can see it because she's got the beautiful wheel back there with all the different zodiac signs. But this one here with the bird coming through with the sun, it's peace of mind. For me too, it has to do with peace of mind. And I know for myself with anxiety, sometimes it's hard finding um, our core, being grounded, being solid within ourselves because of our mind chatter and what we go through. But with this card here, it's showing that you are working on becoming more grounded, more solid, more understanding of who you are and your whole being, your body, your mind, body, and spirit. And this, for me, this dove is like a dove of peace. It's a, you know, be at peace mentally. Give your anxieties or stresses or worries, anything that's negative, that's disturbing your inner core, your inner peace, and give that. See how it's just breaking it all up and it's all sending it up into the sky, into the universe. So go with that, go with that flow, go with that feeling, you know. Um, Meditate. I know from being together in our groups and things, sometimes it's hard for us to be able to focus and meditate. But even if it's just in the middle of when you're when you've got Lola on your lap and you're petting Lola and you start to feel that calm and you're breathing in. Sometimes usually we end up breathing along with our animals and just feeling that solidity under your feet, your connection to the earth, and just allowing that moment to be. That's what I'm hearing. Just be in the moment. Find your core. Find what makes you happy. Anything that might be worrisome to you or causing you any anxiety or concern, just let that all, just like in the picture, just let that all break up, separate, and just go right up and release it to the universe. It's taking it, and it doesn't matter what spirituality we are. We all, not all of us, because there are some people who don't who don't believe in a divine, and that's okay. They can maybe find that sensation, that peace, that inner sanctum, and use this idea to visualize, to let their worries and concerns go. But whatever spirituality you are, whoever you see as your divine power, just say, you know what, there here's the bird, here's the dove of peace. I'm just letting it go. And I'm sending it all back up to you to do what you will and to transform it. So that's just beautiful. I love that. Let's see, just here. What? Yes, Tracy, I have her deck also for the Goddess of the Moon. That's a beautiful deck too. Um, Nailed it. That seems to be the popular phrase. Nailed it. Um, so you do it daily. That's awesome. I'm glad you're finding that, doing that routine. because for, people like us, here that are empaths, um, we bring in into our physical being, um, not just physical, but energetic field, other people's. And that could just really wreak havoc on our stability, on our. Why is it whenever I go live, I cannot think of the right words, but it just disrupts our own natural um, vibe. It kind of throws it off. So by being able to um, do meditation, even if it's just deep breathing, that really helps a lot for us. And her second card, oh, Lindsay, don't hate me. Don't shoot the messenger. But with that card and us talking about meditation, this is the perfect season for it, though. Look at that snow. Now, where Lindsay lives, everybody, it's beautiful when it snows. She's got one of those beautiful areas and those windows in her home where you can just sit and watch that beautiful snow fall and on the trees and everything. Yeah, let me bring that a little bit closer. Let's see, let's go this way. Nope, I don't want the glare. Here we go. And look at that beautiful snowfall. There's a little rabbit there. That walk into that silence. That's what the meditation does. You have, the white dove of peace. You have the purity and silence of the snow because it's, the pure rain. It's pure emotion, pure energy. And you for this time of year, this is the perfect time for us to go within to our inner core and to be able to start maybe practicing something new that we haven't before, like a new hobby, a new skill, even if it's journaling to kind of reflect on the year prior and to discover what it is that we want to release that no longer serves us. And not just even as a negative for journaling. Journal about everything that's awesome that went on in life, where you felt gratitude, where you met an obstacle and you overcame it. All of this is all part of our development. And for winter to come along and with the snow and have that beautiful, soft quietness, like a blanket shrouding us and saying, it's okay, you know, dream, listen to your inner self, listen to your soul, listen to your higher power, your guides, be at peace. So this is a beautiful card. And then the last one, and what I like from what I'm seeing is because we're moving into water now. And you are going with the flow, like you said. You're creating a that was just where I was looking for that stasis, that calm stasis that's within us, that's at peace. And instead of like a uh, rough waves or howling winds kind of like thing. Though her hair is all flying up in the air, she is still holding her place in her center, in her emotional self, her water. And she's creating from that. And there's more of the white birds. I just realized that there's more white birds. So this whole reading, Lindsay, is all about, like I just saw Tracy, everything clean, so fresh, but I think she said purification. There you go. So all this energy that you're receiving of water, of cleansing, now is the time you're doing it. And if you're not, then this is a sign that says you're on the right track and you keep going with what um, brings you peace, healing, cleansing, connection, and self acceptance too, because water has to do with a lot of emotion. a lot of this too is um, we have so much going on around us, you know, mentally, in our lives, physically, good things, you know, obstacles. I don't want to necessarily say bad, you know, but we all go through that. And here she's just holding up her hands and saying, I surrender. It's basically a surrendering. And just to allow that water to slip through your hands, that emotion, and offer it up. It's like the sacred chalice. You know, the women, chalices represent us because of our bodies. You know, our genitalia. That makes us who we are as women, and we're our sacred chalices. So to be in that water is also learning how to connect and flow with the life force that's within us as well. So um, I hope you enjoyed that reading. Thank you again for allowing me to read. And you know where to find me if you have a question. And let me just check up here really quick. Snow does, except for when it gets sturdy. Then it's kind of like, oof. But yes, snow cleanses the air, it absorbs. Where Lindsay and I kind of lived, well, she's in a good area. Where I'm at, I live near the dump for Niagara Falls and the factories. And there are days when the smell is just unbelievable. But a lot of times when that snow starts to fall or that fresh new rain, you go out and you could just breathe in. It just completely cleans and cleanses the air. It's wonderful. 4K water videos. Okay, that's awesome. That's great, I think. And what a powerful message. Alrighty, I'm just looking back to make sure that I did not miss anybody. I would love a card. Okay, you are next, Miss Tracy. And yes, James, I will get you a card as well. Hi, Ange. Thanks for stopping by. She recently read for me too. If you haven't, Ange, Tiny Trinkets and Tarot, she is an incredible reader. She really connects and speaks eloquently what the cards are saying to her. And she has trinkets that she uses, that she pulls, charms. And I don't think I haven't seen a reading that she's done online that has not connected with the person, um, with her trinkets and everything. I'm really wanting to get into the trinkets as well. And I actually have a tiny little crab claw from the water, and it's so cool. Every time I look at it, I think of you, because it's like, okay, it's one of my first natural nature um, trinkets or charms that I can use for um, my my little trinket collection. Okay, so Miss Tracy, you want a card. Do you want one from the elemental deck, or would you like one from the Colette Baron Reed deck? I'm feeling more of this, but you let me know what you want. You know, Ange, I didn't realize how many I actually have. And looking over everything, I was like, I have a huge collection of my own already. Just toss them all into a bag and then boom. Yes, please, everyone, here is Ange's link. I am assuming you have a wrench, Ange, so that you could put that in there. Um, I do have my phone nearby if somebody needs a wrench, because I can't do that through a StreamYard while I'm using my iPad. So, okay, Tracy. Tracy would like a card, a single card for today's energy. I have a cousin named Tracy. We no longer speak, but I hope that her and I speak again someday. She's an amazing mother and a photographer. Self-taught. Okay. Card for Tracy and help up top. I can't help myself. I have this thing, Tracy, where I have to do threes. It's weird. So, Okay, the first card that you got is listening. So there's a little bird singing some music to this beautiful elephant. Elephants are such gorgeous creatures. So listening. This can go one of several ways. You need to start listening to what you need, listening to what your body needs, listening to what your soul needs, what it is that makes you happy, what you need that is going to um, help you create boundaries where you are not giving more than you are taking. And listening, I'm seeing a lot of this has to do with not listening necessarily to other people, but just stepping back and kind of listening to what not only what your body is saying to you or what your soul is saying to you, but also keep an open channel to your higher power, your guides. And have you ever been interested in elephants? Because right now I just got the image of a elephant being one of your animal totems. I mean, and these animal totems come and go at different points in our lives. Um, but I'm feeling like um, you need to be more listened to, and you need to do more listening. Kind of step back, listen to what your intuition, that's important too. Connecting your intuition, your spirit self with your divine connection, and kind of listening to what is going on around you. Um, I'm being told that you have a kind of like a clairaudient, not just for spirit, but you also have a clarity in hearing when it comes to hearing what is behind other people's words. It's kind of like when you go to a party and you're kind of standing around and you hear people talking, and then, like for me, I've been somewhere and I've seen or listened to people when they're talking, and you can almost get the sense of, well, what they're saying they really don't believe or they don't really mean. um, I know I'm kind of going all out there with the listening, but listening is very important. Is there anything that I'm connecting with on here? I just know listening to also some, well, they're showing the music, which is beautiful. Um, like listening to what makes your soul sing, listening to um, your, okay, your feminine side, listening to what your feminine needs are. Um, I know that sounds kind of strange, but with the elephants, elephants are extremely communal animals. They love everybody in the family. Their herds will have several families, and if something happens to a baby elephant, or if there's a baby elephant that is in danger, not only will the mother be there, or if the mother does pass, they will take that baby in, and they will all gather around to protect one another. So, listening to your maternal instincts as well. Um, okay, let me see what you said. I've been working on lessons on looking after to me for a while, and yes, I love the elephant. Saying break out or speak out. Yes, they are. Okay. Healing circles and Reiki master. Wonderful. Yeah, I took Reiki 1 and 2. I haven't gone for the masters just because my Reiki, my energy connection, doesn't really connect with um, the symbols. So I'm looking for a teacher that works more with the energy. The other card trait, two cards I got, Tracy, is riding the wave. So I'm not sure with the listening card. Maybe these could be three separate and they're not all connected. Riding the wave, um, of course, emotions come to mind. Of course, the first thing, um, connecting with that emotional, watery sense of self. Um, for some, like myself, riding the wave automatically connects me to my emotions, especially if they're up in an upheaval or something doesn't feel right. And instead of pushing them down and trying to act like they're not there or they're not important, I allow them to come up when they can to rise up into that wave, and then I ride it. It's a technique that we've been taught in certain groups. It's called emotional surfing. And just getting and it's beautiful. You have a dolphin, of course. Dolphins are psychic on so many levels. There a lot of people talk about their, they have this beautiful third eye and how they can relate um, to humans, and the beautiful gifts that they provide, and just the sensation of kind of going with the flow, riding the wave through the difficult moments, but also riding that beautiful wave of those good moments. Um, I try to balance any readings I do with a positive, because you can't have balance if you don't have um, the positive or the less or the negative. And I even don't like even using the words, that the word negative. Um, so that strongly fits. Okay. Right now I'm looking at these dolphins, just wishing I could be in water. Um, I miss having running water in the house and being able just to kind of go, into the tub and just, be submerged in water. So that's a beautiful card. You can feel that, and if you look there too, they have a little water fairy on there, and she's just going along for the ride. She's not afraid. Um, she knows this guy here's got her back, and she's just going for the ride. She's enjoying it. It's a beautiful, happy card. Just whatever it is that's going on right now, just keep riding that. And your last card is wishing well. And of course, wishing well is also water. And whatever it is that you are currently trying to manifest, um, know that it is developing as you're working towards that manifestation, because whatever she wished for is all starting to come up a little bit at a time, and it's creating this beautiful mask. And I think they're all butterflies. Yeah, some are like little butterflies, wings, fairies, and they're all creating this beautiful golden mask. And oh, she's a little elf, little fairy. I love it. So keep working on that manifestation. Tracy, were you watching Sonia's video last night about manifestation? That was an incredible, incredible video. I have to go back, rewatch it, and write everything down. She just absolutely blew doors open for me last night. It's just hard to explain. But if you haven't, I would really recommend everybody hear Sonia Rain Lee. She has her own channel. She's the other half, beautiful half of the Soul Sisters. And she did a brief video last night talking about ways of writing down what it is that you desire to have in life through positive affirmations, and how to comparing clarity with contrast. Just a really wonderful, okay, yes, you did. So that was just, I love how the wishing well came up then, Tracy. Kind of almost like for both of us. Because I was talking to my counselor today, and I was telling her about the same video and what a difference that video made. So yes, Deanne, definitely go back. It was wonderful. Um, just so many. She just gives so much. You know, whenever I watch Sonia's videos, she just has that glow of authenticity. It's like what she presents, that's who she is inside. You can see the beautiful light that just glows from within her outwards. And just going out and offering these simple little, tools, and how they can create such an incredible change in one's life. It's just, that's such a beautiful gift. She truly has a beautiful gift of self, sense of presence. Just wonderful. Oh, my hair. Oh my God, Deanne, because I'm not heavy running. I have not been able to wash my hair in like 2 weeks. So for you to say it looks good, thank you. So Tracy, I hope that helped, that it resonated. I'm learning, how to listen to the guides. I don't hear, you know, like the voices like Tangi and them do, but I'm learning how to take. I'm taking the cues. So I'm minding my P's and my Q's. So welcome, Deanne. So good to see you. So was your reading, Heather? That was one my reading. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're welcome, hon. And let's see. I know that somebody else popped in. I know I have not forgotten you, James. So, James, are you still here? Just let me know, and I'll pull a card. And another little announcement. I went ahead and purchased myself one of EQ's water bottles, and they're absolutely fantastic. They're beautiful. I mean, the crystals that are in there, the water tastes really good. I love the easy on and off cap. The colors are beautiful. Just love it. Oh, you're there. Okay. Ooh, that just splashed on my face. I know I said I wanted this water, but Okay, so James, I'm getting pulled to get a different deck for you. Let me see what I have in here. Give me just a moment. Oop. Is this it, really? Oh, okay. Well, this is interesting. James, have you ever heard of the Starseed deck by Rebecca? Well, it's Noelle Campbell and Rebecca something. The artwork is just absolutely gorgeous. Um, you can get it on Amazon at Goodies Galore for here. Let me see if I can. I'm still learning the ways of. Let's see. Goodies. I'm typing this in here. Goodies Galore for you on Amazon. James, you have not. Okay. The Starseed cards are basically cards that help individuals kind of connect with more like the cosmic universe, like our extraterrestrial brothers and sisters that visit us, that live in have their own planets and homes that they live in. And star seeds are actually a term that I'm still learning. And Karen from her spiritual awakening, I've been learning a lot from her and Dr. Gale. And star seeds are basically people who have incarnated in this life with elements of the universe. I mean, we all come from the universe, but if I understand correctly, it has to do with our connection to um, having previous um, lives, souls that were in other races, um, cosmic extraterrestrial races, and that um, we have come to this earth to do um, work, to experience what it's like to be human, to be able to help spread um, love and healing, especially high vibrational healing. So I mean, this deck, I mean, the artwork in these decks are just absolutely beautiful. I love Noelle's work. So let me see. Oops, excuse me. Okay. It's making sense that I would choose these cards. Okay. So here we go. All right. So I don't know how many cards. Okay. I'm going to do one, James, and then if you need more, they said to understand that card, then I can, I'm told to reshuffle and then pull you another one. Okay, Deanne, but thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. And I didn't get a chance to show you, but I got a brand new pendulum about a week or so ago. And I saw you working with the pendulum the other day with, I think it was Sharon. So I will see you later. Okay. Earthed. Is that interesting? Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. So that's basically, um, that's what this card is saying. You're on this earth to experience it as a human, and you're learning how to be what is like to be a human. Sorry about that, guys. I can't get that off. Turned off. Um, you are in the world, but not of it. Let me pull this a little closer. So you can see that she's coming down. Well, this doesn't have to be she's. It's you. Represents you, or it could possibly be somebody that you know. But I believe this is. Let's see if I can put that over there. So this is basically saying you are learning to adjust to being um, a spirit of light, of being in a heavier, denser body form that is required of, for Earth. Um, for some people, myself, I don't feel like I've been anywhere else, but I'm, an Earth spirit. Where others, have had past lives um, in other dimensions and other planets and home places. And that's what this card is saying, that you are, you're from a galaxy far, far away. I couldn't resist. I'm a big Star Wars fan, so. Um, but yeah, you're coming down, and here, you're on Earth. You're learning how to figure out how it is to be human, what makes people tick, why do people think this way, why do people act this way, why is this more um, important than this, why do I feel different, why do I, those kinds of questions. um, it says, let's see, that explains my childhood, not belonging, not feeling like you are of Earth. um, like I said, I think that's why I was supposed to get this deck, because I'm meant to learn what it means to be starseed. Excuse me, not necessarily for myself, but who knows, maybe. But let me see. I'm going to shuffle again. Well, like I've met people who have. When I lived in Arizona, James, I was in this group, and there was a lady there, an older lady. She was like in her late 50s, early 60s, and she was sharing with us that during a out of body meditation, she journeyed to another planet, and when she approached it, it was her home, and she could see members of her people reaching out to her, missing her, and when she, came back, and while she was telling this story, she was in tears because she misses home so dearly, and she kind of couldn't understand why she had to come into a human body, and that, growing up, she couldn't eat anything that was meat based. Her her living was, more of a more organic, healthy, cleaner living. And so, um, and that was like over 15 years ago. So more and more people are coming around to accepting the fact that there is more to life than just us little humans on this planet, that there's way more life out there, intelligent life, than just us. And, for some, it's not easy. And I know Danny Shea's been doing videos all week for individuals who believe in extraterrestrial, ET, and he's been having guests on to discuss their experiences and how they see and how they believe. And Scott Allen was one of them that he had on. You have a more of an ascension vibration. Ooh, there we go, James. Nice, Tracy. Thank you for sharing that with him. That also is good. I love that you're sharing that here too, because then I kind of feel like I'm on the right track here, and not kind of just spinning. Always finding something new and interesting. Let's see. The breath of the cosmos. My will to thy will. Micromanaging the universe. My will to thy will. Here, I'll let you look at this because I know that this will make sense to you. So let me just get up close, and there she is breathing in and out the universe, the galaxies. How she's full of one galaxy and yet being surrounded and becoming a part of the other. The breath of the cosmos. We all are of the cosmos. My will to thy will. So you have, like Tracy was saying, this does make sense. And I'll just like hold this up a little bit longer. Excuse me. Scratching my nose so that you can see that. Um, Heather, I used to see shadows in my house before my son got in an accident, and afterwards they disappeared with their ETs. I'm not sure, Hilda. You can pull the pendulum. I have my pendulum with me today. We can take a look. So there she is, breathing in and breathing out her spirit, the breath of the cosmos, the energy that gives us all life. Like I think George Lucas was very connected to like Starseed and to other worlds, because everything that he created in the 70s with bringing about the force and the balance of good and bad and needing that, and how we all are all interconnected to one another. That is an incredible message, especially with there's so much division in the world right now. The last thing a lot of people want to hear is that we're all from the same, and a lot of them don't. And that's causing, a rift energetically and spiritually with a lot of us. I believe I have one too. Um, I described her to somebody, and I think it might have been Scott, not sure, but I was told Arcturian. And the last one, deep cellular healing. I just said Arcturian, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. So right now, this is your final card. So I'm seeing the pattern here. It's letting you know that yes, you came from a realm that um, was not at all like of this world, and that has been a challenge for you from what it feels like for your whole life and from what you shared. And you have been you're trying to breathe in and out that energy that is within you, that is separate from here, that's a part of here, but also separate, and learning how to pull that into you. And by doing that, you're creating a deep cellular healing for yourself, acknowledging that and bringing that energy in to ground you here on earth, while learning how to incorporate the earth energy into your body and bring the both of them together for physical and emotional healing. I don't know if, because I don't read on really on politics unless I'm reading along for some practice on a Sunday morning with Scott and Debbie, and I don't do health reading wise. But according to the card, it's suggesting that you have physical and emotional healing that you're working through. Is this connecting at all, James? Let me know. But it's showing me that because of you being here new, you need to connect with that breath of the cosmos of where you're from, connect it with the earth energy, and learn how to bring them together to help with your healing. Here, let me pull up because this card is really beautiful. And then, in her center, there's the light of the universe. It's all around. Angelic beings, extraterrestrial beings, the whole higher dimensions. That's beautiful. I need to work more with these cards. It makes a lot of sense, and yes, it is. Okay, awesome. Happy. This makes me happy when I can connect. And I see we have some new people. Hello, Hilda. I did see you pop in, and I saw Cindy from Finland. Hi, Cindy. I just learned a couple of years ago through Ancestry.com that I have heritage from Scandinavia, and Finnish. So when I get a chance, I need to look into that more. But how wonderful! Welcome. Thank you for coming by. And if everybody too can to help me with my channel, please like and subscribe. Recommend if you can. Right now, I'm kind of in between of places. We're looking for a new place because things are no longer good here. So everything's kind of up in an upheaval. But once we get a new place, I'm going to be able to do my scheduling more consistently so that people know when I'll be on. Oh, Cindy, I don't know if I have some concerns with some ETs. I was just listening to a story that Scott was saying about how this young girl had been taken by extraterrestrials, and they had removed several of her limbs. And they made sure that, apparently she got a good life with people who adopted her. But to me, I I have some issues with that kind of thing. But I know not all of them do that. But just make sure that the ones that I wish to meet are actually the ones that are good and kind. My trees. Okay. Now, Ange, are you still here? Did anybody want a card or two? Oh, there's Hilda. Okay. Um, Let me just double check, Hilda. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Oh, I hate when my iPad buffers. Okay, Dean was here. Okay, so I'm going to jump to Hilda's comment or question. I heard they don't do that anymore. Oh, I hope not. Well, like I said, to keep balance, there's got to be the good with the bad. I wish that wasn't true. Okay, let's see, Hilda. You're talking about. Hi, Mandy. I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch up with everybody. Hello, my dear. Hello. Um, Hilda, you were asking about shadow figures. Heather, I used to see shadows in my house before my son got in an accident, and afterwards they disappeared. Were they ETs? I'm immediately I'm not picking up on Hilda, is your son okay? Sorry to hear he had an accident. But let's see if I got my pendulum here. On the there we go. Okay, so Hilda wants to know if here I'm trying to get this in view so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so your son is okay. Okay, Hilda Flores wants to know before her son was in an accident, there had been shadows appearing around the house. Is this correct? Okay, so I'm getting a spinning for a yes, which is my in a circle, which is my yes. Um, were these shadows benevolent? Did these shadows mean Hilda's son harm? Mm. Were these shadows extraterrestrials? No, I didn't think so. Were these shadow people? Yeah. Oh, X. Oh God. I'm sorry, hon. From what my pendulum is saying is that no, no ETs were involved. Um, these shadows were not were malevolent. They were not of good energy. And you saw when I asked if they had any involvement in the accident, they said yes. Um, how do I put this? How old was your son at the time, Hilda? I mean, you may want to get a second opinion. But for me, ETs causing an accident and then disappearing afterward, that just doesn't. He was 27. Okay. Was your son involved in any way with the occult? Like, you know, um, using Ouija boards, anything like that, where um, was somebody, or was he around somebody who that may have been using it? This is what I'm kind of being. I haven't seen the since. Not that I know of. Okay. And they have completely left. And you haven't seen them since. Yes, they are. Some sort of balancing act. Um, I'm not sure if I have Tracy, are you still here? See, I'm an intuitive. My psychic abilities are not strong enough right now for me to be able to. Tracy, I hope I can ask you. But do you have any idea how Hilda's son attracted shadow people? Because she said as soon as he had his accident, they disappeared, and it just feels like it was intentional. Okay, so someone told you. Hold on a second. It's right here about your son. Shadow people are scared of you. They meant to harm him then, because one time he left at midnight and I felt a soft scratch on my knee that woke me up. The voice told me he had left. I don't feel he attracted them. I feel they were random. Okay. Yes, thank you, Tracy. So it was a random. And let me. That's what I was thinking, Tracy. Maybe somebody that he was friends with, or even somebody that may have had these things attached to them, just randomly going by, might have saw, his light, or saw an opportunity. The voice told me where I could find him, and sure enough. Okay. Okay, let me just see if I can. Do the negative entities that caused Hilda's son's car accident, did they find her son through a friend of her son's? Was it one of his son's friends that had these attached to them? Wow, look at that go. Um, is this friend still in Hilda's son's life? No. Did this former friend of Hilda's son's, did they dabble with dark stuff? Yeah, look at that go. Yeah, Hilda, it looks like somebody that your son was maybe briefly friends with, friend of a friend, was dabbling in some not good stuff. I mean, that pendulum was spinning. So, oh, good Lord. I don't know. It may have been, like I said, just a passing friend, a brief friend, or a friend of a friend. It just had to do something within his circle of friends. So it may have been a friend who had a friend off to the side that was hinky, you know, and bringing them in and saying, hey, here, it's, yeah, it is scary. I lived in a home where I was attacked by a evil entity on and off for my early years. It may have been a cult, it may not. I'm not sure. It is really, my son didn't drink or do drugs. Yeah, a lot of times they like to go for individuals who have a really strong, bright light, high vibrational, because to them it's like they're like um what they call it, psychic vampires. They just latch onto somebody. And before his accident, um, no, I believe they have moved on. Tracy, oh, so he's not friends with this guy anymore. I actually feel like it was through adults practicing. Yeah. See, that's the whole thing. I personally will not touch anything that is like Ouija board, because I don't have the knowledge, I don't have the strength or the proper practice to be able to control what comes in. And what a lot of people do that I'm learning also is that they do not close portals once they open them. Now, I have a pendulum, and a lot of people ask me, well, what's the difference between a Ouija board and a pendulum? With me, is the pendulum, my energy is coming through the pendulum speed with my high spirit just straight through. I'm not putting my hands, and asking something other than, to guide. So and I can't believe they sell it as a board game. It's ridiculous. And not all adults who practice the occult, witchcraft, like, a lot of us witches, they're not bad people. It's just that sometimes there are ones that do. You got bad and good in all religious backgrounds and beliefs and spiritual beliefs. And it's the person that uses what they have learned, and what they do with it, is going to come back. um yeah, I just, like Glenda, are you a good witch or a bad witch? There are both, just like she said. Just like I've met, for me in my life, I have met a lot of more evil Christians than I have done pagans or witches. People who will, you know, put out envy and do nasty, evil, horrible things. I mean, look what's going on right now in the world with politics and things. Um, you might want, Hilda, you might want to find a, a reader, maybe, in your area, and find out somebody who can maybe sit down with you and help you kind of, navigate exactly, what happened. Oh, you're welcome, Hilda. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Um, I had a cousin who was at 16 hit and killed by a reckless driver under the influence, and she loved everybody, and she was 16. So it's just, not necessarily just find, just how about we just, how about if you want to further investigate this and see if you can get some more concrete answers, why not put an intention out there into the universe, to your higher power, stating that um, if they could please guide you to an individual who can help you find out the truth of what happened with your son in regards to these entities that were in your home. And um, If it's meant for you to know more, then there will be a person that will be put into your path. Let's see. Yeah, she actually Monday on the 14th, Valentine's Day, was the day they had to take her off life support. So she officially, I mean, she died the day that she was hit on the 12th of February, but they took her off life support on the 14th on Valentine's Day, and this was back in '88. But I felt her presence, and she's kept me safe a couple times growing up, so that's good. He had that support. Very nice. Good and bad. I wish all we could have is good. So let's see. Did I miss anybody who Mandy? Oh, Cindy. Cindy, are you still here? I think you wanted a card, hon. Okay. You're welcome, Hilda. And just like, if, put the intention out there. Okay. I see you, Cindy. Just put the intention out there to bring, to guide you to an individual who can help you um, look more into this, if it's for your highest good, if it's for your son's highest good. Yeah, James. A lot of times we wonder why we lose the good people. She was something else, though. She loved Michael Jackson and she loved Prince. But the sad thing is the year before her death, our mothers had stopped talking again. They got into another fight. And when I went to see her, she was not in a good mood. She didn't want to talk to me. And I didn't know if it was something that I had done, but a year later, we got the phone call. Okay. Blessings, Hilda. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for joining us. Ben. Hello, Ben. I'm good. Thank you again for my wonderful reading yesterday. So, Cindy would like a card. Okay, let's just see if. Okay. Well, I'm happy that you're happy to be here. Okay, Cindy, first card, clarity, mountains. She's in the mountains as her strength. And she's dreaming, she's seeking clarity, and there's the light coming off over the ridge. Could mean maybe there might be some obstacles that have come your way or might be coming your way. And you're trying to gain clarity, you know, insight into what is going on at the moment. Um, Afterwards, building and their atoms. So for me, these more look like you are basically building your. Oh, my phone is blowing up tonight. I apologize. So she's on this boat. She's moving through the waters. There's some of these are behind her. There's some more ahead of her. But right now, her boat is full. She has what she needs. She's building um, that song. She's building a mystery, or he's building a mystery. So she's collecting the atoms. What these supposed to be atoms? For me, these are more like guided lights, orbs of light, of blessings, of things that she needs on her journey as she's moving, as she's moving forward. So to help get her clarity, she's moving forward. And then what I love about this card here too is that you have to have patience, a little bit of discipline, and in time, what you are seeking, the clarity that you are seeking, the information, um, the blocks that you're collecting to build is going to pay off. Let me see if I can pull. I love this card. It's so cool. It's a tree clock, and you can see it's got the keys. It has the time on it, and I know it's hard to be patient. Patience sucks. I'm dealing it with myself, but through discipline and time, the clarity that you are seeking is going to come to you because you're collecting them already. You are, you know, here's your boat. You know, you've collected everything that you've needed. You're moving forward, and now what you have to do is just to put those together and be patient. And in time, the answers will present itself to you. Um, Stirring energy, maybe. That's clarity, mountain. Um, for me, mountains are always been like stability. So she's receiving stability while searching for clarity. She's laying there in the snow. She's dreaming, um, and perhaps the dreaming could be these are her dreams. She's collecting what she intends, her intentions. Thank you, Tracy. That just made me think of that. These could also be the intentions that she's dreaming that she wants to collect and put together to create something that she wants to come forward, that she wants to create. And I love this card because it says, with patience and discipline, the time is going to come that you will bring them all into fruition. You have the keys, everything. You are the one that is in control. I hope that helps. I even love the little key here with the wings, kind of like the Harry Potter. Yeah, these cards are fascinating. It almost seems like with Stacy's cards, she puts a she's doing the contrast. She's telling you here is one word, but here's another, and you kind of have to figure out how to bring them together. And I just find these really fascinating. And one picture can represent so many different things to um, each person that gets the card. It's just amazing. Oh, thank you, Tracy. I'm learning. I'm doing my best. And Cindy, I hope did any of that resonate? Are you working towards something exciting, something new? Um I love that that sun is coming right up over that mountain. Um Mountains sometimes, represent obstacles, but there's that light coming over it. It's just absolutely it's beautiful. It's yeah, and the sleeping and then the orbs. I mean, that's just beautiful. I get good vibes from these. I really do. Oh, thank you guys. I appreciate that. Like Debbie always says blessings, and I truly mean it. Ben, are you still here? Would you like a few cards before you go? Because it's 6 o'clock here, so that must mean it's got to be, ooh, what, around 1 or 2 in the morning at where you are in the UK? Yes, thank you. I'm learning, Ben. I tried finding your email, but I would love to be on one of your lives. I would love to do a read with you. So if that's possible, give me a shout out. I absolutely enjoy your energy. If anyone hasn't checked out Ben's channel, please do so. Oh, it's 11 o'clock there. Okay. He gives wonderful readings. They're always um, they're always positive. But if there's something there that needs to be, because a lot of people don't want, they only want the happy, the fluffy. Um, Ben can do fluffy with the bad, or not the bad, but with something that needs to be brought to your attention. So Ben has a beautiful way of balancing and giving out readings in a really lovely, angelic sort of way. And I don't mean to embarrass him, but um, that's one of the first things I noticed. We will have to do a live. Tracy, do you have a channel? Do you do videos? I did not know that. Yes. I know I'm hearing myself say that, and I'm like, oh, am I too saccharine? But there are certain people that, I've been watching these channels for well over a year, and channels come and go with me because after a while, it's just kind of like I start to feel different energies from people. And a lot of times I like to not zone in like, but there's just my sense of energy has gotten a lot better. My guidance, um, my empath GPS, I guess, if you want to call it. And I came across Ben on, he was doing a live with Tarot Stash, Gerald at Tarot Stash, and Tangi from Roman Biscotti. And he was just so light, so bright. And I was just like, now that's a reader I can get behind. So I like that I'm finally finding my tribe, my YouTube family. It's wonderful. Yes, you can, very much. So Ben, would you like a little mini reading? You did one for me. What was it? Was it yesterday? No. Oh, the days blend. I can never remember. Yes. I highly recommend Debbie's channel. I love Lisa Spirit Intuitive. She does a when she gets settled, she's doing this thing on dreams, which is so fascinating because I have the most weirdest dreams ever. Um, and it's sometimes hard for me to connect with what my guides are trying to tell me because of medication that I'm on that I take at night, and it affects my dreams. So, ugh, and some of the dreams I put up there, Debbie and Lisa's like, whoa, what's this? Let's look into that, So, is this channel at benefit? Yes, it is. I wish I could. Oh, I can't share it because I don't think I have a blue wrench from Ben yet. Um, Ben, I have the map tarot from Colette Baron Reed. I have the Elemental Oracle from Stacy DeMarco, and I have the Star Seeds tarot cards with me right now. Is there one that's particularly calling to you? Yeah, I have to find my fan too. I don't know if I packed it away or not. I gotta learn how to, like Ben and Gerald. Gotta learn how to do the. Just let me know, Ben. Starseed, the map, or the elemental. Or I could do one from each one. Let's do that. Oh, you like star seeds? Okay, we'll do the star seeds. Now, I'm still learning the star seeds because some of the way she writes on here, I'm just kind of like, but yes, these are beautiful cards. I love the artwork. Noelle Campbell, I believe is her name, just incredible artist. She has her own individual cards too. Whew, they're a pretty penny, but oh, they're so worth it. Okay. Message for Ben from the star seeds. Ooh. Yes, Ben. Anybody can post here. Let me see if I can get into my phone. So I think if I do that, I can make y'all moderators. My picture of Mozzie turned out perfectly. Moderators. So let's see. My picture of Mozzie turned out perfectly. Moderators. Let's see. So let's see. My picture of Mozzie. Ooh, let me turn that volume down. Oh, okay, Cindy. Good night. Thank you again. Okay, here. Let's see if I just right. Tap on Ben. Okay, add moderator. Hilda. Let's see. Tracy. I feel like Lisa. And a wrench for you. And a wrench for you. So if I missed anybody, please let me know. Okay, there we go. Ben, you can go ahead. I made you a moderator, so you can go ahead and post your page. Tracy, please post your, not page, your channel. It was nice meeting you too, Cindy. Thank you again for stopping by, and thank you for allowing me to read for you. It was my pleasure. Okay, James, would you like a wrench? Oh, Tracy, you were ill. I'm glad you're feeling better. Let's see, Hilda. Did I make you? Yes, I did. So yeah, James, let me know if you think you will be a regular when I pop on, and I will give you a wrench. So there you go. Okay. Now, Ben, the blue flame. Look at that. Oh, I love that card. I'm going to get a little bit closer so you could see that beautiful, angelic, ethereal energy right there. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. Oh, this is so you, Ben. I know I'm still learning who you are, Ben, but I know that your channel, if I remember correctly, is still relatively new. So you have been on so many people's channels now, and you hosted your first. Ben had his first live. He did an awesome job. Here, let me just add James really quick. Oop, nope. Oh, did I just hit somebody? Oh, no, no, no. No, Tracy, I didn't mean to delete your message. I'm sorry, Tracy. I accidentally hit. Oops. Jeez. My bad. Okay. So you are just blossoming. You are in the process activation of activating and downloading all your gifts. You're opening up. Um, Spontaneous. I think a lot of us have been lately. People are using downloads. It's kind of weird, but I've been feeling vibrational changes where I'll just be sitting and doing something, and all of a sudden I'm in. Ooh, I'm out, and I feel things moving around, and then I'm closing my eyes, going, "Whoa, what was that?" And then it's gone. So I think a lot of us are um, opening up to our gifts. We're awakening to them. And now it's time to take our gifts and start integrating them, um, not just in reading, but in our personal lives as well. James. Awesome. Woo! More likes for Ben. Awesome. And then low battery. Oh, shit. Okay, guys. I don't have a plug here. Ooh, shoot, 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 shoot. Here, let me just see if I can keep going before my iPad dies. We the Hathors. Deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. So, like I said earlier, deep love. That's Ben. Um, when you watch him read live and interacting with people, you can tell that he's authentic. He's got a very this is mother's milk. He's very nurturing. Um, he has a lot of deep love. He's very much connected, not just to the masculine divine, but to the feminine as well. It's a very beautiful balance, and it's saying birth as a portal. And for now, he is kind of you are kind of going through a birth bed. You're becoming more in tune with your abilities. You this portal, you're opening that up. Um, you're receiving, your messages. You're welcoming them. You're that's not the right word. Of course, you're welcoming them, but you're being receptive to them. You're acknowledging them, and you're saying, now that you know this is the time, this is the right time, and now I'm able to open up, and I'm ready to be able to take everything that I've learned and everything I've done and integrate that into into myself, my accepting my abilities, helping me to be able to read clear, see clear, um, sense and feel my guides, my ancestors, um, you know, star seeds, your extraterrestrial companions, spirit guides. I mean, the blue flame is, our third eye, between the purple and the higher chakra. We have the purple and the blue. You're opening wide open, and you're just bursting forth. You're bringing that in, and it's so beautiful. And you're meant to exactly do this because check that out. You're called, and you answered. And there's the portal, the doorway to the cosmos, and you chose to come here. And look at that, souls, gifts, and training. And you are stepping up. And I don't want you to be afraid of stepping forward and moving into your power. Have courage when you read. Um, have I don't. Somebody kept telling me to say courage. I'm not sure if maybe you're. um, afraid of some of the things that you are experiencing. Um, with this, I hate using the word activation, with this opening, with this awakening. I know I love that blue flame card too. Um, but just know that um, your whole life has been leading up to this moment. And these are your gifts. This is your soul's gifts. This is you came here to share that unconditional love that you have. Um, and to not be afraid of sharing your gifts, you know, with the world. So just keep at it, Ben. Um, you're just fabulous. You really are. I'm waiting to see if it's um, and you're wiser than your years. So my concern was, well, if Ben opens up to people too much, are there going to be those? Because there's always out there that will take advantage. But I think, Ben, you understand that. And through this activation and this love and timing and the saying to start integrating everything, you know how to protect yourself and to, boundaries, not just, emotional boundaries or your physical boundaries with people, but spiritually as well. You know how to protect yourself while at the same time not afraid of allowing that love that you have for everybody to come through. And it is a calling. And I think it's a calling. And you are stepping up. And these are your gifts. And you weren't meant here. And you were meant to come here and share those beautiful gifts with us. So, oh my goodness, thank you. I'm going to turning pink. Um, but yes, I am officially at 7% energy charge on my iPad. So I just, Ben, reach out to me. Let me know what times are good for you. I don't know if I have the ability to invite anybody um, ahead of time. It says right here I can invite because I have the basic free StreamYard. So, I'm glad you liked it, Ben. You've given me so many beautiful readings. I just want to make sure I did you justice and gave you a good reading. So it makes me feel good to know that you enjoyed that. So thank you, everybody, for joining me on this little impromptu and little um, image for today. That's my Mazi. That's my Katabuda belly chucky monkey boy. Yes, that's his nickname. Um, he's going to have some surgery in a couple weeks in March. He has to lose his teeth. Poor sweetheart, but he's otherwise in good health, and that's one of my babies, one of Mama's fur babies. So, alrighty, everybody, have a blessed and beautiful evening. I will catch you, I'm sure, later on another show. And much love. Wonderful. Um, much love and blessings. And I will all see you all later.